Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're listening to this. Good day to you. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. Today, I just want to remind us of something very simple that I think I've talked about it, and I do reference it in whatever podcast I do that relates with the subject. So I will just, in short minutes, 3, 4, maybe 6 minutes, I will remind us today that no is a decision. No is a decision. I remember when we were growing up, there is a particular song that we do sing in this part of the world. I don't know, maybe it's universal, but I think it's really popular. It's one of the most popular songs that we sing in our childhood. That wherever you go, wherever you be, do not say yes when you mean to say no. Do not say yes when you mean to say no. Lately, I thought about that song. I wonder how my life and some of the decisions I've made in my life would have changed if I have the balls to say no when I wanted to really say no and say yes to what I really wanted to say yes to. Pretty much when growing up, I'm pretty much a decider. I made my decision and I stick by it. I'm someone that really you have to present superior data and superior argument for you to change my mind concerning some things, especially as it relates to me. As it relates to other people, I don't really care. I give my opinion, I give my advice, I give my counsel, I consult for you, and I will give you strategies or tactics or advices based on what I think you should do with your life or some decisions that I believe you should make. But ultimately, the decision is yours. So I don't really fully care whether you listen to my advice or not. But when it concerns me, if your choice will affect me good or bad, yeah, then I will be concerned. So I am someone that if I've done my little analysis, I've gotten some of one or two data points to make my choice, I stick by it. If I have new data that comes in and said, boy, the decision you made yesterday is bad, I change my mind. All right, that's the beautiful thing about me. If you really know me, not people that are guessing about me, but if you really know me, you know I have a grace. It's a grace of changing my mind, and I also have a grace. It's a grace of making decision, making it fast, and sticking to the decision that I make until I have a superior argument or a new data that will change my mind. All right, so that's by the way. So I believe no is a decision. No is a decision. No is a decision that we make. I want to speak a little bit about no and yes. Okay, I want to speak a little bit about no and yes, and there is a difference between both. Both are decision, but this is the trick here. No is a decision, finito, is done. Yes is a responsibility. That is why I will advise you that do not say yes when you mean to say no. All right? Because when you say yes to anything, you are committing yourself to be responsible for something. When you say yes to something, you are making a commitment. You are saying yes to some set of rules. You're saying yes to some responsibility. All right, you are saying yes to some responsibility, and that's why friction happens, especially between a boy and a girl, a guy and a girl, relationship generally, father, mother, parents, and kids. Many times we say yes to someone that we are not willing to go ahead and fulfill the responsibility involves. There are responsibility, and it's not just a guesswork. You need to know what your responsibilities are when you say yes to some things in your life. When you say yes to someone in your life, you need to know what your responsibility are. You don't expect the other party to be responsible for you when you are not responsible for yourself or for some roles that you have to play. Do you understand? So there are things about saying yes that brings on our shoulder responsibility. So know that when you say no, you are making a decision. And there are effective ways to say no. You can just say it. Don't beat around the bush or offer some weak excuses and all that. Just say no. Will you come over to my house? No. Will I see you over the weekend? No. Will you come and play games with us today? No. I'm not saying you should be disrespectful. You can be assertive and courteous, all right? You can be assertive and courteous, but you need to understand people's tactics and ways they play with your mind and your psychology to get you to say yes to what you really don't want to say yes to. So say no. All right, you need to understand that. So, and when you say it, you just say it, be firm with it. I will recommend that you be selfish with it. But whenever you decide that this decision, no is what I want to say to this offer, just say no. All right. And another way for you to say no tactically is to put the question back on the person. Put the question back on the person. So it's very key that you know that no is a decision and yes is a responsibility. Yes, it is a responsibility. So there are good things about saying yes, all right? You build good relationship. Some people that my colleagues and some of my friends that I've built good relationship with because we said yes to each other, and we keep saying yes to each other because we know that, all right, if I'm down and out, if I'm in my darkest place, if I'm in a pit, he got my back, she got my back, and all that. So saying yes also is not all bad. So it's not bad, it's not bad. I even did a podcast on my Transformation Over Tea podcast that I said, you say yes, because by saying yes, don't let your default be always no, no, no. Say yes so that you will open yourself up to opportunity and people will trust you. Like I said before, yes is a responsibility. So where people miss it is that they say yes to something that they don't want to say yes to, or they say yes to something they've not really thought through. And that is why I'm recording this. Before you say yes, think it through, because when you say yes, you are responsible. You are responsible for whatever you say yes to, all right? You're responsible for whatever you say yes to. You just don't wish things away. And you can change your mind, all right? When you say yes and you feel, man, I don't really feel like going along with this commitment again, just call the person and be humble enough to say, I'm sorry, I thought I can do this, but I'm no more interested in doing it, so I cancel. I say no now. So just know this: no is a decision. It's done. No, I'm not coming. That's it. All right. They can try to persuade you, but when you say no, it's done. But when you say yes, yes comes with responsibilities. That is just what I want to remind us today, that whatever you are saying yes to in your life right now, it comes with responsibilities. It comes with responsibility. So before you say yes to something, do not be caught that do not have a reputation that they said he or she doesn't keep commitment, he or she is a lackey, is a slack and all that, because you always say yes and not come through. Yeah. Right, yes comes with responsibility. And that's what I said I should remind you today, that no is a decision, yes is a responsibility. Do not say yes when deep down in you want to say no. All right. Thank you for listening to me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. I'll talk to you later. Bye.